AITAH for telling my ex-wife that being a part-time dad has been the best year of my life. I, 36M, met my ex-wife, 33F, when I was 25. We fell in love, and the children came sooner than we planned, but it just happened, and I love the hell out of my children, 9F, 7M, and 5F. The first few years of our relationship were great, but then it wasn't. Looking back, it wasn't anyone's fault, we just became very different people. After 5F, our bedroom life became non-existent. It felt like, for my wife, the purpose of being intimate with me was done now that we have 3 beautiful children. After 3 years, we started having intimacy again in the form of mercy rub and tugs in bed. It wasn't enough for me, but she told me that she was tired and busy with 3 small children. I was tired too, but I was more than prepared to make an effort to plan and make time for romance. I had a vasectomy so my ex-wife didn't need to take unnecessary hormones because we were done having children. When it started affecting our children, seeing us very irritated and cold towards each other, I thought I should man up and pull the plug. We haven't been happy or intimate since before our second was born, and we haven't had real intimacy since we conceived our youngest. We should have ended it way earlier, but the guilt of breaking the children's home was heavy, until I noticed that our home was already broken, and my children aren't stupid not to see the sellotape we're trying to hold it together with. I asked for a divorce. Everyone told me I was insane and to think about the children, and it was very hard in the beginning, yes. I left the house for my ex while I rented a 2-bedroom nearby, and we started doing 1 week each. I was positively surprised at how much happier the children became seeing me happy and not easily irritated and brooding. I started seeing my girlfriend, 40F, about a year ago, and what was thought to be a casual, one-time thing, turned out to be the love of my life. She is amazing in every aspect. She's kind, loving, successful, funny, and so unbelievably beautiful. She is child-free, and she was happy that I was done having children. On my child-free weeks, I can just be with her, just being me. Late breakfasts in bed, morning plowing under the sheets, wherever I want in the home. I know it makes me sound like a selfish douche, but on my weeks, I give 100% because I'm content and happy with life. She has met my children too, and they adore her. Why this lengthy background? I'll tell you. My ex, her mother, and even my own mother have all been hinting that maybe we should get back together now. They said the children are older now and will be less tired than before. And since we are much happier now, we won't fight all the time like we used to. She wants a real relationship too, and she will give me as much intimacy as I want. Wow, is that really what she thinks I want? More mercy intimacy for my sake? Think of the children, she says. My ex is tired of being a single mom while I'm playing bachelor every other week. She says I need to give them their old safe home back, no need for hopping from place to place anymore. While the guilt was nagging at me, I rejected her advances and ignored her and the guilt because I'm happy for the first time in years, maybe ever. That is until Friday, when my girlfriend came home crying. She asked me maybe we should break up, and that she doesn't want to be in the way of my and my children's happiness. She asked me if I was still in love with my ex. It broke my heart to see her broken, like I didn't do a good job showing her what she meant to me and how much I loved her. It turned out my ex-wife has contacted her, telling her that she was the reason we aren't back together yet, and that the children are suffering. My ex said we were supposedly still in love with each other, and that I was only with my current girlfriend for temporary fun. I called my ex, livid, and she called me selfish. I then told her that being a part-time dad was the best thing that ever happened to me because I'm a human, not only a father. My ex-wife started crying. I apologized for hurting her, but she hung up. Now I'm being bombarded by my mom and the rest, saying that I'm a selfish man and a terrible father. My mom even sent me a video with my children, where she asked them how they would feel if mommy and daddy moved back together, and they were so happy, saying yes and jumping. I can't forget my daughter's face lighting up with happiness at the prospect. This video was sent to my girlfriend as well, and now she is distant and broken. I hear her cry whenever she thinks I don't hear her. Am I wrong here? Am I being a terrible parent? What my family doesn't understand is that my children's happiness now is the result of me leaving our toxic, depressing existence, but how can you explain that to small children? Update 1. Thanks, everyone, for the advice and suggestions. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of support I got here. Here is my update, but before that, I want to address the elephant in the room, and that is that I have stepped on my toes with my bold statement about being divorced. I think the more expected and virtuous approach is to be devastated and guilt-ridden. My experience is something else, however, and I really tried to be genuine and honest here. Divorce is hard and terrifying. Many people, both men and women, hesitate and stay way longer than necessary because of one reason or another. I can't tell all unhappy people to get divorced since I don't know their situation, but for those who can, do it. I was trying to explain what I have discovered, the positive side of having shared custody because only the negative is talked about. I'm sure many divorced people get what I meant by having every other week child-free is awesome. We are humans with feelings. Our love for our children doesn't stop or take a break when they're out of sight. They don't need to be present for us to love and think about them. I will double down and say that being a part-time parent is just awesome, no matter the gender. It is okay to feel that way. You are not a lesser parent for it. I have talked to my mother about what she did. She was very remorseful. Apparently, my dad has had a talk with her about this too. He was shocked at what she's done, and she seems to have realized the seriousness of what she's done. I accepted her apology, but I was firm on my boundaries and made it clear that I didn't want her to be in my children's life for a while, until I've had time to sort out their feelings and talk to them about it. She was reluctant to acknowledge my girlfriend, however, and I made it clear that after the children, she is my priority before myself, and definitely before my mother. So how much she wants to be in my life depends on how much she respects my life and the people I love. I have talked to my ex-wife too. I made it clear that under no circumstances is she ever to contact my girlfriend again. I told her that this was still a new relationship, and any contact is going to be with me. I told her that my girlfriend has nothing to do with my decision to divorce. I have no romantic feelings for her, and I know she doesn't have any feelings for me either. She wants me out of convenience, I don't. She started crying and telling me that I don't get to tell her what she's feeling. I agreed and apologized. I told her then that I will only speak on my behalf. I want us to be friends and to raise our children to be the great people they're on the path to becoming. I don't want them to be used as pawns in this sick game she and the mothers are playing. I will not allow it and will do whatever it takes to protect them. I suggested that we can start family therapy because I needed her to understand the turmoil she and my mother put our children through. I never want that to happen again. She told me that she didn't want my girlfriend to be in their lives yet because she didn't know her. Fair enough, but I reminded her that our agreement is that when a relationship is serious, that's when we introduce our new partners to our children. And this is going to happen eventually, so she better get used to it. I also talked to her about me not taking on her workload on her weeks, meaning that I won't be dropping by every morning to wake up the children and take them to school. She will have to start waking up in the morning like any other parent out there. Regarding food, I will still send home-cooked meals with my children on the weeks there with her because I know that I can't demand her to cook, but at the same time, I don't want my children to eat junk food. About me mentioning that her home is a pigsty, I know that my eldest daughter has mentioned that it wasn't always pleasant at mommy's house, but again, now I don't live there to clean, and I can't demand my ex to live in a way she doesn't want to. I have, however, offered that on the Fridays my children go home to her to spend the week, I will send a cleaning service so the children have a somewhat clean environment. She agreed. She was angry about having to wake up early, however, because she usually starts work at 10 in the morning. I guess she will have to adjust. About my girlfriend. We were supposed to spend the coming weekend together with the children, but I will respect my ex-wife's wishes for now, at least until we have gone to some sessions with the children, and I can bring it up again. However, she is spending the rest of this week with me. I know that she feels guilty. I have tried to explain that she has nothing to do with whatever happened, and that she was dragged into this situation without any reason because with or without her, I would never go back to my old life. That I left this marriage before I even knew she existed. I don't know if she believed me or felt reassured, she just said that she loved me. I apologize to her, and I will try to make her feel comfortable with me again. I guess this is one of those test relationships hit, and we shall see if our connection is strong enough to overcome this. I think it is.